It all started when I bought the little cabin tucked away in the woods. I had dreamed of owning a peaceful getaway for years, and when the opportunity arose, I jumped at the chance. It wasn't much, just a small wooden structure with a worn porch and overgrown yard, but to me it was perfect. The cabin was nestled on a quiet lot in a community governed by a homeowners association, HOA, though I didn't think much of it at the time. I was far removed from the urban hustle, and the last thing I expected was to find myself entangled in a bureaucratic nightmare. The first few months were blissful. I spent my weekends fixing up the cabin, enjoying the peace and serenity. But it changed when a notice arrived from the HOA. They claimed that my cabin violated some obscure zoning law regarding the height of the roof. The letter stated that if I didn't make the necessary modifications, they'd take legal action. Naturally, I thought it was a mistake, as the cabin had been there for decades and had never been an issue. I decided to ignore the threat. After all, I wasn't about to tear down my beloved cabin over a trivial zoning dispute, but I underestimated the power the HOA had in the small community. A few months later, I returned from a weekend trip only to find that my cabin had been demolished. There was no warning, no legal process, just a pile of rubble where my home once stood. The HOA had followed through on their word in the most extreme way. Furious, I sought legal counsel. As I dug deeper into the situation, I discovered something shocking. My name appeared on every legal document related to property disputes in the entire county, housing developments, zoning issues, even land disputes. It turned out that I had unknowingly inherited a position on the HOA's board. The previous owners of my cabin had listed my name as a designated successor to a long-forgotten board role, which made me legally responsible for all decisions made by the HOA. It was a nightmare I couldn't escape, and one that left me questioning the fine print of everything I signed in the past. The legal battle that ensued was long and draining. In the end, I was able to settle the issue, but the damage was done. My cabin was gone, and the peace I sought in the woods was forever lost. What started as a dream had turned into a legal nightmare, all because I failed to notice the fine print.